Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Kavita Ramani, who will make remarks on behalf of this year's Executive EMPH graduates. While she's coming up, I'd like to introduce Dr. Ramani. After finishing her medical education at Topiwala National Medical College of Bombay, India, Dr. Ramani came to the U.S., where she completed her residency in internal medicine at Overlook Hospital, a teaching hospital in Summit, New Jersey, affiliated with Columbia's College of Physicians and Surgeons. From 1997 to 2000, she served as clinician at the Center for Comprehensive Health Practice, a community-based health center located here in New York City. She is currently a physician in the State of New Jersey Department of Human Services, Division of Medical Assistance and Health Services, where one of her roles is to facilitate interactions between the state and hospitals, nursing homes, pharmacies, and allied health services. Dr. Ramani.
Administrators, faculty, family members, friends, and distinguished guests. On behalf of the Executive Master of Public Health Class of 2009, I thank you for attending our graduation ceremony. 4 months ago, I watched with pride as my son gave the welcome address at his high school graduation, and when it was over, he signaled his fellow graduates to move the tassels on their caps from the right to the left side. This, I was informed later, was symbolic of the fact that they were now officially graduates. He is visiting today from the University of Pennsylvania. A day prior, I cried as my daughter, looking almost a woman in a radiant pink dress, stood up to receive her middle school graduation certificate. She is here today, along with my 9-year-old, who insists she's also a graduate. She just graduated 3rd grade and is attending 4th grade this year. To my children, I'd like to say, if you can do it, Mommy can do it too. And to the Executive Master of Public Health Class of 2009, I'd like to say, yes, we did it. But we realize we could not have done it without the passionate, knowledgeable, and supportive faculty at Columbia's Mailman School of Public Health. Professor Sperrer, Madison, Lincoln, Roosevelt. We'd like you to know that our beloved presidents are neatly aligned in our heads, along with their timelines and what they did. Also, what anyone in history ever did or didn't do for Medicaid and S-chip is also up there. And for the record, the class of 2009 is rooting for the expansion of these programs. Thank you for making history sound so interesting, as if it happened yesterday. What didn't happen yesterday, however, were Professor Weinberg's stories. Unlike what he told us, we learned the hard way that these were stories he'd been saying year after year since the inception of the program. Thank you, all the same. Biostatistics would have been dull and mundane had it not been for his dates at the Chinese restaurant. Professor Gleed, the country needs you now. And although the economic concepts we learned in your class have come under immense scrutiny at this time of turmoil, some things haven't been questioned. That the supply curve goes up and the demand curve comes down. Do you see that? And then we have snapshots, visual memories of Professor Ferencz, for instance, with Linda's baby on his lap, talking, what else? Strategy, of course. And Professor Ashkenaz, frustrated that we couldn't answer his questions, going, The answer is simple. You can't change behavior unless you change the economic incentives. I'm not so sure Professor Davis would agree, because he always believed if you have to change the people, change the people. But undoubtedly, the one who stole our hearts was Professor Stellman, who showed us just how passionate he was about epidemiology in spite of all these years, when he said, you know, an odds ratio that high makes every epidemiologist's heart go pitter-patter. Thank you for giving us these wonderful memories that we will cherish as we move into the next phase of our careers. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the true heroes of the program, Rebecca and Rachel. Coming to EMPH weekends was like therapy for us. They listened to our problems in and out of the classroom, they offered solutions, they fed us well. Toward the end, Rachel was customizing our breakfast for us, she was ordering the Indian food we had requested, and just about doing everything she could to please us. So thank you. A special thank you for our families, for having tolerated us and supported us as we struggled to maintain a work-life study balance. And as we walked around for 2 years with this dense cloud over our heads that said, yes, I know, I still need to do that EMPH assignment. I guess the only complaint I have about the program is that they didn't warn us of its fertility. 4 babies and still counting. We welcome Rebecca, Linda, Preeti, and Eric's babies to the extended families of the class of 2009.